Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your. I just had a bunch of cards flip right out of my hands. I'm here to bring you your November 2017 mid-month readings, mid-month general readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, all your support, feedback, and comments. Always welcome, greatly appreciated. Don't stop, keep them coming. Thank you so much. A big thank you to those of you who keep me so busy and occupied always with personal one-on-one readings, both my new clients and my regular ones as well. It's always an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information to see what I do and the services I offer. I do a wide variety of readings in almost every main sector of your life. And I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. So turnaround time for readings, personal readings, live or recorded, is pretty fast. You can email me directly at Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I can almost always get back with you within the same day of your initial contact with more information. We can set something up for you. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a few days upwards of 3 weeks, but since I do readings full time, almost always within a 2-week period of time, we can set something up for you. So if you're interested, send me an email. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo. This is for 24/7 answers from me. That's more for quick answers to quick questions. If you have a decision you need to make on a fly, you need a fast answer to something, you just want a short chat read via text, you can find me 24/7 on that app and get those answers from me quite quickly. They have also just added a new video chat feature on that smartphone app as well. So check it out if you're interested. That's Instantgo. It's an app for smartphones. And you can find me on that under Irish Gypsy as well. All of this information and contact information you can find by clicking on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage. You can also find all of my contact information attached to the descriptions of every video that I post as well. So if you're interested, send me an email or find me on Instantgo. I would be most happy to work with you. So moving right along, remember to check your rising and your moon sign as well. These are general videos. There's a lot of you watching, so of course they're not going to mean the same in the same area of your life to the same degree and intensity, because all of you are different and have different things going on in your lives. Regardless of what area of your life you feel it resonates in, whatever the details are, the energy fundamentally remains the same. You may find that some months your rising or your moon sign may play out a little more predictably for you, but by watching all three, if you know them and if you can, you just get a bigger picture of what's going on. Okay, let's move right into this. This reading is for the air sign of Gemini. Gemini, the twins, the two faces of Gemini. I have a fondness for you, Geminis. Gemini, the twins. Let us see what's going on for November 2017, mid-month. We're looking at the last half of November 2017 here. 2 cards for each of those remaining 2 weeks, with the 5th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and guidance for the air sign of Gemini, the twins, for November 2017. Okay, Gemini. We have death, transformation, with judgment. 2 major arcana cards and such powerful transformative cards. Wow, Gemini. Excellent. Next to that, we have the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. From the bottom of the deck, we have 2 cards that came flipping out. Oh my goodness. You have the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. Both came out, although I believe the Fool came out first because it's on the bottom. My favorite card, the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, all of them in the upright. So let's say you have 6 cards instead of 5 for the last half of November, Gemini, and 4 of them are major arcana cards. And major arcana cards are always powerful, fingers of the divine as I call them. They do represent those energies we have no control over, God, Spirit, your angels, and guides. But even considering the power of the energy of the major arcana cards, what they represent, these are very powerful cards. It looks like for a lot of you, the last half of November, I am recording this in the 2nd week of November. The last half of November is going to be very powerful and very transformative for you. And I'm getting first and foremost and almost solely, I'm getting that this is in the material world in some way, because it's we have wands and pentacles here, but it's about long-term goals and work. So job, career path, could be a project that you've started or something new that you've done. And like I always say, if this, you can also translate this energy into other areas of your life. If this, you can this energy can also be manifesting in your relationship life as well. It could be undergoing, your relationship life could be undergoing a complete and total transformation. You could be setting some new goals and working towards those goals as well. It could be a project of another kind. It could be an artistic or creative endeavor, a spirituality path. Regardless, I mean, there's so many of you watching and it's a general reading, but regardless of the area of your life this is manifesting in, it's very powerful, and that energy doesn't really change. But I'm getting almost exclusively that this is more to do within the material world we live in. And again, that could be job, career, or some other project of some kind. There is a lot of transformative energy, a lot of energy that represents endings and beginnings, major endings, major beginnings. That's what we start off with, death and judgment. Death is a card about death, about transformation, not physical, literal death. We're not looking at that here. It represents the dying of something old ending, something coming to a very significant and complete end in your life. It could be a very important chapter in your life, something coming to a close. It could be, a job, a career path, a financial structure, or a way of operating under that umbrella. Could be a relationship as well. I'm getting property for somebody out there. Hang on. This is very specific. It's so specific that I can't imagine it relating to any more than one or two people. But since it's coming through, I have to say it. I'm getting that somebody out there, or somebody's out there, you're selling a piece of property, selling a home or a piece of property, or in the process of doing that. And it represents kind of an ending. Maybe it's family property or family home or something, that the selling of it, the letting go, is quite significant. And maybe it's been something you've been procrastinating on for a while, but you've decided to kind of just step up to the plate and do it. There's some kind of ending energy around it. And it's enabling you to go in a completely different direction. Maybe it's that the proceeds of the sale are giving you the financial resources or freedom in order to do something completely different. Maybe travel, maybe relocate somewhere, maybe start your own business, because I'm getting entrepreneurial activity here as well, though whether that's related to somebody selling property, I'm not sure about that as well, but that's specific. It looks pretty specific for somebody out there. So death represents the ending, the clearing out of something. Why? So that rebirth can occur, because birth follows death, beginnings follow endings. That's why endings happen, because something has to come to an end. The ground has to be completely cleared out so we can plant new seeds and begin to grow something new, manifest something new in our lives. A really significant ending. And it's paired with judgment, which is also a card that has the energy of endings and beginnings. But unlike death, death represents also major arcana energy, God, spirit, your angels and guides, but it represents energy or events or things that happen which we typically have no or little control over. It's just about what we do with the endings and about the endings and after them. Judgment has a strong energy of endings and beginnings too, but this is more about us stepping up to the plate and creating changes, making decisions, choosing a path, starting something as a result of our own efforts, our own decisions, being the initiator, the tool of our own change. Judgment usually shows up when someone has made a significant decision, has chosen a path, has taken action, has set something into motion. It's about being a good leader. It's about stepping up to the plate. It's about taking responsibility. It's about knowing what the right thing to do is and doing the right thing regardless of what feelings you may have about it. It's about doing the right thing. Sometimes judgment shows up too in relationships. This card typically shows up when a relationship comes together, is reconciled, or is healed, uh, just when you think it's on its last legs, or it's never going to come back together again, because of somebody kind of going, look, what's really important here? Let's lay aside the grievances, who's right, who's wrong, old grudges, all of that stuff. What's really important? Let's step up to the plate and do what's right. It's about initiating change as a result of your stepping up to the plate and acknowledging what part you have, owning that, and doing everything that you can to make the good, right decisions, choosing the right path, making something, a significant decision happening, very transformative. It could be that something has occurred in your life, Gemini, and you have stepped up to the plate and made certain decisions because of, whatever death, the event, or a series of things that have happened that signifies this transformative ending. And you have stepped up to the plate and made significant decisions, chosen the path, set things in motion that you know are the right things to do. And work and career, whether in relationship or something else, in work and career, this can represent um, turning what you love into your ultimate higher calling, or your higher calling that actually coming together, your higher calling actually becoming what you do in work and career as well. Always represents good leadership abilities too. Can represent entrepreneurial energies. I am getting that for some of you. You may be starting a new business, or you may have recently started a new business. Very transformative, really off the beaten path for you. Your overall energy is the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. The Fool is all about kind of taking risks, or stepping off the beaten path, doing things you've never done before, trying something new. It's about wanting extraordinary results and outcomes, and in order to do that, we have to take extraordinary steps, perhaps off the beaten path, or risks in order to achieve that as well. And it's also about enjoying every step of the way, because the Fool is here to remind us that while it's good to have goals, set goals, work towards those goals, he knows that the important thing is really what we learn on the journey. It's more about the journey itself rather than being so destination focused. Now, this has something to do with building on the foundations for your future, for something in your future, because at or towards the last week of November 2017, we have the Three of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Wands is fire energy, which in the tarot is the energy of creativity, of also, like cups, it's creativity, fertility, passion, desire, excitement, enthusiasm. It's about change, power, movement, momentum. It's active, it's dynamic, it's fluid, forward moving energy. God, it's almost overwhelming. This, you guys have to write in, whether on the channel, comment itself, or email me privately, because it looks huge. It's just huge, but in a beautiful, beautiful, powerful, transformative sort of way. So Wands is that very dynamic energy. The Three of Wands is a card about doing the work to lay the groundwork, the foundation for something that you're going to be continuing to build on in the future. In the tarot, it's all about a path. We start with the zero, with the Fool at the beginning. He's the zero, is the number zero here, and we end with the World, and everything in between then is about his journey, i.e. our journey through life, the lessons, the learning, all of that stuff. So in the Three of Wands, the preceding card would be the Two of Wands, which shows a man at a crossroads. Which crossroads do I need to take? And in that card, it represents needing to take the path which is going to get you to your long-term goals. What's your long-term goals? What's your big picture? And that makes the path a little easier to choose. If you know where you want to go, then you can more easily, clearly see the path that leads to it. So that's the preceding energy. Here in the Three of Wands, we already know what our goal is. And here it's about doing the work, now laying the groundwork, doing the footwork, taking the initial steps, planting the seeds, getting everything ready, laying the foundation for something you're going to continue to build on, which is about working towards your future. It's something to do with your future. And it's accompanied by the Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy. So in the tarot, this earth tangible energy usually manifests in, it's about energy that reflects in our material world, concrete world. And often it's about things like money, finances, property, real estate, job, career, etc., things we can see and touch and feel, or the result of efforts we put into other intangible areas of our life. The Eight of Pentacles I call the worker bee card because it's about that. It can be a card about working a lot, maybe burning the candles at both ends, working a lot of overtime, getting up early, staying up late. It could be hard work, repetitive work, but it's because you have a goal, you're focused on something, and you're very determined to achieve it, and very careful, determined, perseverance, attention to detail. He's putting just as much attention and detail into this eighth pentacle as he has in these other seven that he's completed that are above him. Why is he working so late? Why are the candles burning? Why is he doing this? Because he has a dream, a goal, a vision, something that he's working towards that has to do with his future, building the foundations for his future. And he's keeping that goal in mind, and he knows that it's going to be worth it when he gets there. So he's putting in all the work now. He's doing the footwork. He's laying the foundations for something he's building on for his future, perhaps his future of a family and home as well. Again, you can translate this same energy into any area of your life, but I feel like for a lot of you it's reflecting more in the material world, where it's actual job, work project, a career path. Some of you are starting a new business or have recently done so, or have switched career paths. Some of you are starting a project of another kind. You've got this great innovative new idea. I feel like for a lot of you, and this could be relationships as well, but I'm really not getting too much of that. I'm really not getting any of that energy at all. It feels more material world kind of connected. Your overall energy and guidance is the Fool. This card is also about endings and beginnings, but the Fool is more about the space in between endings and beginnings. It's about the breath before the first step. This is about when something ends, before something new begins. What's that space in between? Potential, possibility, looking at everything, what could be, what might be, if you're willing to take a risk, perhaps step off the path, perhaps maybe do something you haven't tried before, or do something you've always dreamed about but never really maybe had the courage or the resources, or just never felt it was time to, because that's what the Fool is all about. Now, we want to temper this energy somewhat, as I always say with the Fool, even though he's my favorite card. We want to make sure there's water in the pool before we jump. But he is about stepping off the beaten path. Why? Because he wants to achieve something out of the ordinary for him. Taking something, he wants to achieve something extraordinary. And in order to do that, we have to take extraordinary measures in order to get there. We have to go off the beaten path a little bit, maybe challenge ourselves, step outside our comfort zone, do something different. You also had another card come out with the Fool, which is the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, stroke of good luck, of good fortune. If this is anything to do with work, career, job, business, a new company, a new idea, anything about that, it is definitely divinely guided and orchestrated, and you have all those divine powers behind you. It looks like when the Wheel of Fortune comes upright, I mean, these divine powers are out of our control because it's them and we're us. But in the upright position, it does imply that there will be things helping and guiding you along the way. Things will come together when they need to. Opportunities will come up when they're meant to. Powerful, powerful reading. I can't wait to hear the feedback on this one, Gemini. Good luck to you, although it seems like you've got all you need. So Gemini, that pretty much wraps up your November 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been kind of a spectacular one. 4 major arcana cards. Wow. And quite powerful ones too, I might add. So I hope that those of you who have watched this found this helpful in some way. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, or you've forgotten the information, you can go click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information and my contact information. You can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you and set up a live or recorded reading for you. You can find that contact information by clicking on the About button. It's also attached to the description on every video that I post, along with my Instantgo information, which is a smartphone app. You can find me under Irish Gypsy on that as well, and the link to that is also under the About button and attached to the description of every video I post. And that smartphone app is for 24/7 access to me. It's for quick questions to quick answers, like a fast decision you need to make, or you want a quick answer to something, or just a short reading via text chat, although they have just added a new video chat option as well. And I've already worked with some clients with that. It's pretty cool as well. It's like immediate FaceTime. So that's pretty cool for quick answers to your quick questions on the spot kind of things. So again, I would be happy to work with you if you're interested. Contact me through either one of those, both of which you'll find under the About button and attached to the videos I post. I will see you all again, Gemini, in a couple of weeks for the December 2017 general readings. And until then, as always, I wish each and every one of you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy, happy life. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.